Welcome everybody here to this event. I don't know if you've noticed it, but there's a lot going on out here at Expo Idaho. And this is another component that's a pretty exciting part. Welcome everybody. What a great day today. My name is Bob Batista. I'm the director of Expo Idaho. And we're standing next to the old parimutuel track that was here since 1970. They ran 45 years out here, and since 2015, this place has been dormant. Right over here, as you see, is what's called the winner's circle. That's where the horses used to come and collect their stakes. Today marks the new day of a winner, Boise Pro Soccer. Not only did we have a winner, but we hit the trifecta. We've got Boise Pro Soccer, we've got Expo Idaho, and we've got the residents of Ada County and beyond going to enjoy this new adventure that we're taking on. This is truly an exciting day for all of us. I'm honored as the director of Expo Idaho to stand in front of you on such a historic moment for Ada County, Expo Idaho, and Boise Pro Soccer. For many years, Expo Idaho has served as the hub for community events, bringing people together to learn, connect, and celebrate. Now with Boise Pro Soccer to call Expo Idaho home, a new chapter of our story begins. It will inspire our community for decades to come. This partnership with Boise Pro Soccer was built on a vision, passion, and shared values. Soccer is more than just a sport. It's a culture, a way of life that unites us, energizes us, and drives us forward to a dream realized. Sorry about this. My hands are a little cold and I can't turn the pages. For the local economy, this project represents growth, creates jobs, fosters tourism for Ada County and the cities within. What a great opportunity to come together and cheer on our new teams. The future of soccer in the Valley is bright. These teams are going to make a big impact on us, and we all are going to be part of a journey starting today from the ground up. I would like to take a moment to thank everyone who made this possible. I'd like to start out with Boise Pro Soccer and their leadership team. Bill Taylor, Dave Wally, Steve Patterson, and Brad Stith. From the Ada County Commissioners, Chairman Rod Beck, Ryan Davidson, and Tom Daly. I want to thank you for believing in the idea of professional soccer at Expo Idaho. There are a couple of gentlemen who I'd also like to There's a couple of gentlemen I'd like to have who's acknowledged who have supported me in this endeavor, and I need to say thank you. Bob Carney, Director of Operations, Ammon Taylor, our Ada County Prosecuting Attorney. I also want to personally thank the Expo Idaho staff for their hours spent thinking of all the possibilities that go with housing a professional sport on this campus. Together, we're not just building a stadium, we're building a legacy for generations. So let's make the moment one we can look back on with pride, because this is something that is truly amazing. At this time now, I would like to have Chairman of the Ada County Board of Commissioners, Rod Beck, and give us his thoughts. Thank you.
Thank you, Bob.
You're welcome.
And thank you for everyone, all of you, for joining us here today. Beautiful spring day to help us celebrate this major milestone, not just Ada County, but for all of Idaho. I'd like to first take a moment to thank Mr. Bob Batista. Bob's been a director at Expo Idaho for 25 years. Shortly after he got out of high school, he came here and go to work. So Bob has seen a lot. The board would like to thank you, Bob, and for the flexibility and enthusiasm. 2 major projects this year at this 240-acre facility. You can look out there and see the ridges being developed for the park at Expo, a major milestone as well. All this year, Boise Pro Soccer, park at Expo, it's incredible. And thank you, Bob, and your staff, and all the people at our operations and our legal staff for helping us with that. Bob has shepherded countless changes underway here. In 2026, it's going to be a gigantic year for you and for everyone in Ada County and the state of Idaho. Since we first announced our lease with the agreement with Boise Pro Soccer, I've been greeted with enthusiasm everywhere I go. People are super excited that professional soccer is coming to Idaho. You can cheer on that. Professional soccer coming to Idaho. Professional soccer coming to Idaho. It's a wildly popular sport and one of the most popular sports in the world. I understand that 3.5 billion people worldwide are passionate about soccer, or football as it's known in other countries. In Idaho, College of Idaho, Northwest Nazarene University, and the University of Idaho all have men's and women's soccer teams. For those of you with young children or grandchildren, I have a granddaughter that played soccer locally. Chances are they play on local teams. While most of us were born and raised in Idaho, grew up following football. Millennials are a significant soccer fan base, so the sport's popularity will increase. Most of the millennials are saying, awesome sauce, pro soccer. I'd like to thank Brad Stith and his crew, and all the rest of the crew at Boise Pro Soccer, and everyone at Boise Pro Soccer for your creativity, professionalism, and enthusiasm in making professional soccer in Idaho a reality. Professional soccer is good business for soccer folks, but more importantly for Ada County, it allows us to best utilize our properties in ways that will benefit the lives of countless people now and into the future. As part of our agreement with Boise Pro Soccer, the turf club and the grandstands will be remodeled and retrofitted. There'll be a professional soccer, they call them, what do they call them? The pitch, the pitch. Yeah. That's the field that they use for soccer. In March of 26, Pro Soccer will have its first game right here. Is that correct? That's correct. Absolutely. In county government, everything we do is informed by a commitment to providing the best services in a fiscally responsible manner. This sports venue here is happening without a dime of local property tax dollars, and all residents of Ada County and beyond will benefit. We look forward to attending our first games next year right here. I'd like to turn the time over now to Ryan Davidson, Commissioner. Thank you.
Thank you, Chairman Beck, and thank you, Bob Batista, for all the work you do year-round managing this amazing Ada County property. I actually live in this neighborhood, so I might be a little biased, but I do believe that the property where we're at today is one of the most beautiful spots in Idaho, right alongside the beautiful Boise River and the Boise River Greenbelt, and a 10-minute drive to everything you need. Many of us came of age during a time when professional soccer in the United States was just taking off. Who remembers Mia Hamm, Brandy Chastain, Abby Wambach, Landon Donovan, and the countless other players who got America's attention? And let's not forget about the most famous players in the world, like David Beckham, the current reigning king of soccer, Lionel Messi, and the all-time great Pele. We hope players of that caliber will soon be kicking goals right here. The reaction to this week's warm spring weather is a reminder that we live in a community that values and treasures outdoor spaces for recreation and sports. In Boise and the Treasure Valley at large, we love all sports, from the Broncos to the Steelheads to the Boise Hawks. We look forward to learning the name of our new pro soccer team so we can add them to the list. For those of you who may not be familiar with soccer, we figure if the entire country can learn a new sport like pickleball, which burst onto the scene several years ago, learning soccer will be very easy. If all else fails, ask your kids. Now make sure you take your selfies today. We need all the Facebook publicity we can get. This time next year, when that dirt field right behind me there has been transformed into the green playing fields and the infrastructure around us has gotten a world-class facelift, you can look back and say you were here when the ground was broken for this chapter in Idaho and Ada County sports history. Not long after the first pro soccer game is played here in March of 2026, we'll be unveiling the park at Expo Idaho. You can see all the construction happening on that crown jewel right over there. This is such an exciting time in Ada County, and we're pleased that so many people are here today celebrating with us. Thank you to Boise Pro Soccer and all of our Ada County staff for your work on this groundbreaking project. Now I'll turn it over to Commissioner Daly.
Good morning, and thank you for all being here. You're a testimony to the fact that the enthusiasm for what we're doing here in Expo Idaho. Thank you to Ryan. Thank you for the commissioners and everyone who made the effort to come out here, as they said, on this nice spring day. We've heard a lot about making America healthy. This is an example of what we're trying to do. We know that from a childhood on, the more you're involved in outdoor activities, the more healthy you become. Coincidentally, I have a niece who was involved in high school soccer at the state level for her 4 years of high school. We supported her in that, and I know all of you have similar situations in your family. This allows Boise to have youth soccer sports enthusiasts to watch world-class athletes at the top of their game. We'll be able to see that. We'll be able to have our children out here being able to watch this happen. The ongoing transformation of this property is a bold and ambitious plan that took months in the planning, as has already been described. For this board of commissioners, we feel that putting the county properties to their best and highest use is important for every person who works, lives, and plays in Ada County, and those who visit us as well. The property is a beloved part of this community, as we all know. Those of us who grew up here and around here know that it has been for decades, the Western Idaho Fair has been located here. What happens every August at the Western Idaho Fair is one of the largest events in the state of Idaho. This will continue. Pro Soccer helps us and the Western Idaho Fair enjoy this right now and into the future, because they're helping us improve these facilities. As has been noted, they're going to be remodeling these two facilities that are here for us. These will be available to the county and to the citizens for long into the future. This will increase our ability to respect this heritage that's been created here on this property. I also would like to thank the legal staff at Ada County who's helped us work through create this 30-year lease that brings professional soccer to Idaho. We are fortunate to be working with an organization, Boise Pro Soccer, that had the vision and the determination to make this project work for everyone. They came to us as we were developing this property and made this suggestion, helped us work through having this as a culmination of the groundbreaking today. I'd also like to thank county staff, the commissioner's office, the operations, parks and waterways, procurement, because all of those component parts are part of making this kind of an operation not only start, but move forward and continue. My family, as has been said, joins in wanting to make sure we are at the first event here, hopefully on the front row. I'd like to turn the time over to the Deputy CEO and Chief Real Estate Officer for United Soccer League, Justin Papadakis.
Well, good morning, and I'm so excited to be here with you today announcing the creation of professional men's and women's soccer here in Boise. And as exciting as the matches will be on this amazing new stadium behind us, as mentioned by the director and the commissioners, soccer is more than just a game. Growing up, I know the impact of soccer, and it shaped my entire life. My dad, who's our CEO and founder of the USL, he came from a really poor family in Greece and didn't have a lot of opportunities, but he happened to be an amazing soccer player. That enabled him to go to high school, to go to college, to go to law school, and then ultimately had a very successful career. At that point, he said, Justin, we need to give back to the game that gave our family so much. He said, we're going to do it based on 3 core principles. The first being that the USL will be a league that will match the ambitions of our fans. What does that mean? That means our fans deserve a first-class fan experience. In the United States, prior to the USL, there was a major league, minor league construct that doesn't exist around the world, but it exists here in the United States. We wanted to break out of that. And so, Alex said, every game needs to be a match of consequence. Our players, they can't be owned by a parent team and move around every couple weeks. They need to live here. They need to raise their families here. And we had the benefit of this, and this is so important because in soccer, it's the only sport with a direct connection between the pro and the youth. And why this complex is going to be so exciting is you have the stadium and you have these practice fields next to it. Every day, starting next year, the youth players are going to be playing alongside the pro players. And what they're going to be learning is not just what they're going to be watching the players do on ESPN, CBS, and NBC during the matches. The most important thing that they're going to learn is how to eat, how to train, how to recover from injury. Those important life lessons are what the biggest value of Boise Pro Soccer is going to bring, and they're going to be able to do that because of this amazing new facility. The second core principle that Alec outlined for the USL was that our league was going to be a league of gender equality. This sport was built by boys and girls, men and women, and we were going to make sure that the opportunity from that foundation is there for boys and girls, men and women. Over the next 5 years, the USL is going to 5x the number of professional women players, coaches, and front office executives. I'm fortunate to be the proud dad of a 3-year-old boy and an 18-month-old girl, and we're going to make sure, just like I see Bill Taylor's granddaughter right there, that she has the opportunity to play right here on NBC and to be in the front office just like the boys can. And so the sport, especially the women's side, is growing so much, so fast, and we've had, as a country, have invested billions and billions of dollars in professional sports facilities for men. And it's about time, and the USL is proud to be a part of it and be the first league to have an equal pay structure for men and women, that women will get to be the beneficiaries and be able to show their talents on these amazing venues just like the men. Yeah. And our third core principle at USL was utilizing the sport as a catalyst for economic development. We currently have over $3 billion of active stadium anchored development across the United States, and another $3 billion coming throughout 2025. This is, these stadiums we call our community living rooms, because they're really the one place that the whole community can come together week in and week out as one community. Now with the park and the fields and the stadium, there really couldn't be a more true embodiment of this community living room that everyone will get to come in and utilize this amazing property week in and week out. And this part of the property, this massive investment, is coming from the ownership group. As mentioned, fully private. And this investment, it matters so much. And ownership groups, like any business, matter so much. We think that in professional sports, it actually matters even more. Professional sports teams are community assets, and the USL feels very strongly that owners, which here are families, local families, they're not private equity firms, they truly care about their communities because they live in this community. And that's why, we believe the fan base is growing so fast across the United States, because we really speak to that value. And if there was ever any question about, will professional soccer work in the Treasure Valley, I think that was answered 9 or 10 years ago when Bill brought an exhibition game here with a massive marketing budget of $200, right? He, in a couple of days' notice, we had 4,300 people come to Rocky Mountain High for an exhibition game. And so, I think there's no question that this stadium is going to be full every night. We have an amazing ownership group, an amazing management team, and for us as USL, we couldn't be more proud to have this club represent the league in this amazing community. And despite all of knowing how much success is going to be here, these projects are very hard, and this project could not have happened without Expo Idaho director and the commissioner's support for seeing this vision and letting, and more entrusting Boise Pro Soccer to take a part of this amazing facility and project and reimagine it to what you see here on the boards today. So on behalf of Alec and the entire USL family, want to welcome Boise Pro Soccer to the USL, and can't wait to be here a year from now watching your first match. So thank you very much, and I'll turn it over to Bill Taylor.
My dad would be disappointed that I'm not just speaking off the cuff, but this is too important of an event, so I apologize that I'll actually read some of this. Try not to get too emotional, because today is a culmination as I look out and see family, and I get to see friends and a community that I love so much. This is a culmination of a lot of years, and just grateful to be here with you all. We don't arrive at an event like this without having numerous stories to tell along the way, most of which will never be heard by the general public, but is held sacred to those of us who have been able to participate in it. And those stories are galvanized on a day like today. I would be remiss not to acknowledge the immense hours of work and heavy lifting that have been performed by the three other co-partners, David Wally, Stephen Patterson, and most importantly, CEO of Boise Pro Soccer, Brad Stith. Their efforts in creating a vision and putting together the business plan to get us to this point cannot be overstated. That, coupled with the fact that you have Ada County commissioners and operational staff who quickly caught the vision of what this could become for our community. Additionally, it speaks volumes that we have the leaders of the United Soccer League, Alec and Justin Papadakis, here with us today, who have encouraged and collaboratively worked with us all along the way. As a resident of Ada County and an avid soccer fan and coach, and that might be understating it a little bit, I want to thank each and every one of you who have had a part of this journey and to get us here today. In a microcosm, Boise is at the precipice of one of the biggest shifts in the sporting history as we usher in an era of soccer into our country with numerous sentinel events staggered over the next 5 years, including this summer's first ever Club World Cup, followed by the 2026 Men's World Cup, followed by the 2028 Olympics in Los Angeles, and as well likely a bid for the Women's World Cup in 2031. Our community is in the right moment at the right time, as the United Soccer League has recently announced the creation of a Division I men's league to be followed by groundbreaking first ever promotion relegation in the United States. For those of you who are not soccer enthusiasts, trust me when I say that this will transform the sport in our country. The downstream effects of having a professional men's and soon to be professional women's team here in our community is difficult to encapsulate. The direct impact to our children, who will now be able to watch live games, attend training sessions, participate in camps, be scouted and identified, will provide opportunities that they have never had. Our ownership group is steadfastly united to collaborate with our youth and adult state associations, as well as our local youth clubs, with a mission to grow the game and to help foster safe environments that can be enjoyed by anyone who is wanting to participate, no matter what their economic status might be. In conclusion, today is a day of celebration. It's a day for the beginning of a new story. As we watch our teams play, listen to music, gather together as friends and family to eat, drink, laugh, and to enjoy life. Thank you all for being such a fantastic support to our community project. So now let's dig some dirt and go win some games.
Good morning. Soccer is the global sport. It has the power to bring people together, and it comes with unbridled passion and a commitment from its fans. Boise Pro Soccer, this club, this stadium, and this sports complex is a community asset. This is built for our community, and most importantly, it's built by our community. I'm grateful this morning. It's how I wake up most days, but today is a little more grateful than others. This project is a labor of love for Boise and the entire Treasure Valley. This stadium redevelopment and sports complex is only made possible by our partnership with the Ada County Commissioners and their exceptional leadership team. Specifically, I want to thank Chairman Rod Beck, the Ada County Commissioners, and Expo Idaho Director Bob Batista for championing this vision to fruition. The United Soccer League is the largest professional men's and women's soccer league in the United States. I want to personally thank Alec and Justin Papadakis and their fantastic team at the USL for their determination of bringing professional soccer to Boise and all of the Treasure Valley. Our women's team will be the first top-tier professional team ever in the state of Idaho, men's or women's. As Bill mentioned, with the recent announcement of USL's Division I League in 2028, combined with promotion and relegation, our men's team will have the opportunity to also rise to the top tier and be the first Division I men's team in the state of Idaho. Thank you to our construction and design partners, CTA, Oakland Construction, the Land Group, Tri-State Electric, RM Mechanical, and Engineering Consultants Incorporated. Jeff Wardle is in the crowd, standing in the back. It's where he likes to be. He's our development attorney. None of this happens without Jeff. Thank you, Jeff. My co-founders, Steve Patterson, David Wally, and Bill Taylor, have been unwavering in their commitment to bring men's and women's professional soccer and this complex to the Treasure Valley community. This project doesn't happen without their world-class experience, focus, and constant effort. We have an incredible ownership group that is local. One more time, that is local. They have a deep commitment supporting and building this community because the Treasure Valley is their home. I want to thank Rick and Pam Beluzzo, Nate and Lindsay Durking, the Emerson family, the Gilbert family, the King family, Mark and Geraldine Noble, Ryan and Katie Reynolds, and the Stith family for investing in this project and continuing to build community assets that will have an incredible impact. Most importantly, on our children. The positive role models men's and women's professional soccer will bring to Boise the dream of playing pro soccer, realized in front of them every day, giving our children a tangible pathway to achieve their dreams. This will be a concrete example of attitude and effort, and that hard work does pay off. As I mentioned, I'm grateful today for my parents, Les and Diane, my siblings, Brian, Pam, and Karen, my wife, Stacy, who makes me better, and that's tough. She's my rock. My daughter, AJ, and my son, Brady, who inspire me every single day. I want to thank my team, Brian Kaler, who's put insane hours over the last year making this happen, and our new additions, Christina Aldazabal and Betsy King, who started on Monday. I want to thank our marketing team with Jenny Myers and Against, and our advisory board with our Gia Bereston, who's in the back. And finally, for the most important thing I'm going to say all day, 2026 season ticket deposits go on sale next week. Thank you.
Let's go sling some dirt.
Huh? Oh yeah, I'm good.